I was very sick in May 2005. Um, I wanted to, well, I needed to go to a hospital, but I was so disoriented. I walked out of my house and I did not know which way to go. Finally, Natabara passes by on his bicycle, and I asked him, um, where is the closest hospital, which is very near me, walking distance, but I couldn't remember. He says, go to the health food store, and the boys there will help you. So as I'm walking to the health food store, thanks that he pointed me the way, Charal was passing in his car quite slowly, and he's waving at me, and I'm waving at him, and I asked him to stop, and he couldn't get it. He says, please stop, stop, stop. And he stops, I go to his car, and I ask him, where's the closest hospital? And he says, what's wrong? I don't know. I think that I poisoned myself with vitamins. And so he put me in his car and took me to Queens General Hospital, which is in 164th Street, just a couple of blocks down from Aspiration Ground and Alhambra. I arrived to the hospital, and it really wasn't that busy. So you have to pick up a number, and my number was 7. And as I'm going to take a seat, they call number 6, and within a few minutes they call number 7. So I go to try it, and they asked me some questions. They took my vitals, and I told them where the pain was most severe, which was on my left side. And she says to me, you are going in immediately. I said, oh my God. So I go in, they put me in a bed, and immediately this battery of doctors attend me, nurses attend me. And the doctor says, we're going to need to do an x-ray on you. It's going to take a few minutes, maybe 20 minutes, until we can get the technician to do it. So I asked if I could make a phone call. And they say yes, so they roll me into a phone. I call Alhambra because the girls, Shefali, Nishta, or oh my God, why am I? Pranika, or even Dipali could give a message to Guru. But it's Shefali who answers the phone. Excuse me. And I tell her, that what happened, and they might want to do surgery on me. So she says, "Oh my God, let me get Guru immediately." But she says, "Oh wait, Ashrita is here. He just walked in. Why don't you talk to him?" So I told Ashrita, and at that time they rolled me to the surgery room, and I asked if I could make another phone call. So I called the restaurant, and Shefali picks up the phone. And so, Sevananda, I'm so happy you called. Shrita talked to Guru, and Guru said to tell you that you need to have a surgery immediately. Don't let it wait. Have it immediately. Thank you. I hung up, and I tried to call my mother and my sisters, and I couldn't reach them. The funny thing is that the first phone that I went was a phone that had been out of order for a couple of years. It's a phone that nobody uses because it doesn't work. But I use it, and I was able to talk to them. And so they rolled me into the surgery room, and the operating doctor, so sweet and so kind, was a doctor from Haiti, and he tells me, my name is Dr. Poulard, I'm going to be your surgeon. You have a very nice smile in your face. And because in my head, I heard Dr. Pulak, and Dr. Pulak was going to operate me. And I said, oh my God, I'm in trouble. So they rolled me in, they put me down, and to me it seems like an instant that this surgery happened. So the most beautiful thing was that as Dr. Poulard was talking to me, I wasn't seeing his eyes. I was seeing Gurudev's eyes, his beautiful, illumined eyes that were moving quite fast in every direction and completely focused on me. So he says to me, why are you smiling so much? And I said, because I am in the best hands. I have the highest hands getting involved here. He didn't know that I was talking about Guru. So I had my surgery, and they put me in a room with maybe 3 other patients. And it was a few days of amazing experiences, really powerful experiences. On my left side, I had a shrine with the transcendental and flowers, and on the other side where his disciples would come and visit me. So I had this experience that this horrible hostile force came to take me out, and by Guru's grace I was able to fight them. At some point Charita and Sevati came to visit me, and I was so happy to see them. And one of them says to me, Sevananda, we have something for you. We have a gift, special gift. And I say, can you give it to me? He said, no, you have to raise up and get it from our side, which they were on the wrong side. And as I extend my hands to give me, to take the gift, these 2 hostile forces appear. And they wanted me to take the package and pull me out. What I mean by pull me out is to take me to death. So when I saw them, they had a big ugly smile because they were about to be successful. From deep within, I say, Gurudev! And poof, they disappeared. Another occasion, I was taken for x-rays every day. And they would have to take me to the basement of the hospital, and they rolled me down in a wheelchair. They checked on my lungs because my lungs were shrinking pretty fast. And when I was waiting, there was a room that had a light, a very bright light around it, around the doors. And every time I would see myself, can you excuse me please? Every time I would see myself rising from the chair and walking towards the door. And the door, when it opened up, automatically, it was full of light. And it was pulling me in. And I realized that I was dying. But I wasn't afraid at all. So I was ready to let go. And as I was entering the door, I say, Gurudev, and I'm pulled away, and the doors slam closed. This happened 3 consecutive days. Didn't matter if it was day or night, it just happened 3 consecutive days. So I was really dying. My lungs were closing, my entire system was poisoned. I had what is called, bear with me please, peritonitis, which is a burst appendix. And it was gangrene. And I have a super high fever. And everything was bringing me down. So after the x-rays on the 3rd day, they bring me back into my room. I lay down and I see my subtle body coming out, and I say, Gurudev, if this is your victory, let it be. And I was going. As I was going to completely detach from the physical body, inner voice loudly says to me, no, it is not your time. You have a lot of work to do for Guru. And it's sort of like shook a little bit. And in about 10 minutes, the doctor and a crew of students and assistants and nurses come to see me. They take my vitals. The fever disappeared. My lungs were going back to normal. There was no longer poison in my being. And it was very clear to me that that was Guru's grace saving me. And I was able to stand up. I was able to go to the bathroom on my own. And I walked out. Then later on, Mother Alo comes into my room, and she takes one of my hands and pulls me up and says to me, let's walk up and down the hall, because they had removed all the tubes and everything. And we're walking up and down, up and down, up and down. And she's so happy because I have strength to do it. And I was able to communicate. And then she brought me back into my room. She walked me up and down like about, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes. And And then she brings me to my room, she lays me down, and she says to me, from now on, everything is going to be okay. You'll be leaving this place most likely tomorrow. And she called Guru and explained to her what happened. And the next day, they discharged me, which was a complete miracle. I was so grateful and I was so happy to both of them. Then I found out, this is crazy, I found out that the next day President Bill Clinton was going to be in our neighborhood giving a speech. And I got dressed nicely with a suit and tie, and I left about an hour before he was coming because I knew that I was going to be walking very slow. So I arrived at the place and I had taken some books and flowers, and I knew that Guru liked him a lot, and there have been many attempts to meet him. Well, I was lucky that I was right in front of the stage. He comes, he gives his speech, beautiful speech, and I see in him tremendous luminosity. And as he finished speaking, he came down from the stage and he was shaking people's hands, but he came straight to me and grabbed my hand. I gave him the books and the flowers, and I told him, had the audacity to tell him, in the name of Sri Chinmoy, my spiritual master. He goes, oh, Sri Chinmoy, I give you some books and this bouquet of flowers because he loves you, he likes you a lot, and he's hoping that one day the two of you will meet. And he thanked me, and on his way, I left, it was in a school, I left the school and I come straight here, Aspiration Ground, and Guru was here. And Guru immediately sees me. So, Sevananda, what are you doing here? And I say, Guru, something very special happened. He said, come. So I come straight to him. I'm doing this because my head, the sun is hitting my head quite strongly. So he calls me, and I say, Gurudev, I just met President Bill Clinton. His eyes just opened up very wide, and he says, tell me everything about it, what happened? So I told him, and he made me tell him about 5 or 6 times, over and over again. And he was so happy. And then he says to me, you have to rest. You really have to rest. You went through a very serious surgery. So please take prasad with my blessings and go home. So I take prasad, and he had sent someone to drive me home. And I live very close to Aspiration Ground. So, so next day, in the morning, I had a nurse coming to wash the wound, and oh my God, so beautiful. And I started going to Aspiration Ground because I needed to see my Guru. As I go down the hill, Guru was in a car. I believe it was Ranjana's car, or Ranjana's or Pulak, I don't remember. And immediately he calls me and said, what are you doing? He said, I needed to see you. And he had bought some food for some workers. And he asked one of the girls, is there enough for him to have one? And they say, yes, Guru, there happened to be an extra one. We undercounted. So we overcounted. So they gave it to him. He gave me what was prasad, and he blessed me so powerfully, so lovingly, and I went home and I was in heaven. It was just an amazing day. So my healing process was very fast. What would have taken like about 30 days, it took me 10 days for the wound to close. The nurse taught me how to clean it myself at some point, so she didn't have to come anymore. And I did that, and I was able to come to our functions in either at PS 86 or here at Aspiration Ground. And I was so happy, so joyful, so incredibly grateful for Guru's eternal grace and compassion for me. Thank you.